We're live. Yep, we're live. Alright. Nice. There's some fuzzy music, but we got it.
Oh my gosh, is it actually working?
Yeah.
Oh wow, my mic does sound a lot clearer. Check that out. That's exciting. Good investment, Anna. What is this music?
I have no idea.
I'm a little concerned.
What did I come in on?
I'm really concerned about this music. Oh boy.
Fuck it, let Rhymic do his thing.
Should we update the community channel?
I got it.
Alright, cool. Thanks. I have to mute this Twitch. I can't do it anymore. Okay, now that's actually working. I'll put it on Twitter.
I have told Rhymic to turn down the music. Or that they want him to. What is... Oh, we got another one now. What are your minutes?
Huh?
Is that actually Flynn?
I don't know. Oh my god.
Why is
Flynn
he
and
not
Leon are
happy?
just in Twitch chat gonna roast us the entire time. So what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
have an interesting musical selection for sure.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of jaunty. I'm kind of like. This is the kind of music that plays in my brain all the time. It's a mood right there. He's one of our level designers.
I don't know if can they hear us? No.
They can hear us, yeah.
Okay.
Rymick himself is not talking, so.
Yes. He's in the zone.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we got some like electro swing going on in here. Okay. Okay. Like how Fled is like art directing the level design for the Twitch chat. Sorry, my dude, we really can't comment on a release date.
Every time you ask, push back another month.
No.
Yeah, sorry boys. Tried to stream. No dice.
actually asking about the radio. Are you meaning like the radio stations and things? Because we're planning on having some custom ones of those, and some custom radio personalities as well. So you'll get to see, or hear rather, a lot of stuff.
Trust me, I'm very picky about our selection. So don't worry, you'll get the Fallout experience.
Yes, you will have a custom DJ, if not two.
They know about Chauncey.
The second one. Yeah, they know about Chauncey. How many songs? That's
I played a lot.
It is challenging because a lot of these old songs, even though they're super old, they do have the copyright still standing. So we are trying to find things that obviously won't get us sued. So we are still in the process of doing that.
We've got like 15 in one right now, but no one's really been hard working at it, so I occasionally just add a couple songs, like one or two every month, but there'll come a time when we just have to hammer down on it, so.
Yeah, I found a really cool collection on archive.org actually that had a bunch of old stuff that was copyright free, so.
Yeah, I was on Archive as well.
I love those. Archive.org is the best.
All of Frank Sinatra's songs are copyright free.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
His descendants are still alive though.
And?
Well, usually it's like, isn't it like a certain number of years because then the descendants of the person get the title, or it can go to like the estate or whatever? I don't know.
Pretty sure because I was on Archive and about 300 of his songs were on there, so for free use. I
don't think everything is everything on Archive free use. I thought it was still had to check.
Archive's pretty much good. It'll say so, and then like you go to the tab that's copyright free.
Huh. I wonder if it's those particular recordings of those songs then, because often it's not the song, it's the recording of the song.
It might be. I'll have to double check.
One
I can tell the difference. One says not to?
Yep.
That's Archive. Yeah, I think Archive is hit or miss. You have to double check to see if it's... Archive.org is what we're talking about. It is a huge collection of pretty much everything, like books, movies, music. A lot of it is copyright free because it's older.
Did someone answer the programming question? Or no?
The which question?
The programming question that I asked in Twitter. I mean Twitch. Twitch.
No.
Nobody answered that?
Meshing right now? No.
Okay. Well, as far as that question, you love our stuff and wanted to join our team programming, but you only know C# and Unreal. The CK uses something called papyrus. I would look up
the functions and whatnot on the wiki.
I'll post the link. For you, you'll want to start here at this link that I just posted in the chat. That is the papyrus documentation. So you want to learn that, basically.
Learn that.
Learn that, yeah.
Learn how it all works.
Learn how to use papyrus in the CK. Make sure you can actually apply it in the creation kit. It's a scripting language. That was indeed me. That is my name. Are we allowed to say what area this is? Or what area is this?
I don't even know what area.
I honestly, I don't know either. So.
Our map is so big, I don't even know.
Oh, I know where he's at. He's in the, I think Drugger area, or quote-unquote Drugger, whatever the hell, however you pronounce it.
Back in the day when we actually had them.
Yeah, when we used to have them. That's all I remember the name.
Yeah, it's like north of Kent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And don't worry, Flynn, I'm working on autogen nav meshing right now, so.
I'm almost done with this romance quest. Ugh. I want to be finished with it.
You can build something with papyrus, demonstrate how you used it, and then you can apply with that as like I don't know what you call it in the programming world, but like a portfolio. Just like proof that you can do papyrus and use it and apply it in the CK. Yeah.
Like you're probably gonna have to learn to do basic script, like basic quests stuff.
Yeah, you'll have to. Yeah, you'll have to like learn how to implement quests and all that kind of stuff in CK.
Because
so.
we've tried bringing on people like who have had previous knowledge on stuff, but they've never touched the CK, and it just doesn't work.
You'll need to also know how to use the CK pretty well as well on top of the language. So.
The good news is there's a lot of tutorials and stuff for the creation kit on YouTube and stuff. I know those have been wonderful.
Yep.
Esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata.
How the heck does your school have a course in creation kit? I don't get that. I don't think so.
Man,
maybe it's a different creation kit, but
I don't know. Rymic's got an eclectic taste in music, I just gotta say.
What the heck? Maybe they do. That's interesting. To be fair, I would just self-learn, but I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, that's true. It could be a college course. Oh, if it's college, yeah. Then
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of something like that before.
What school do you go to? Because that's probably where Bethesda fucking scouts.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Rochester.
Interesting.
Huh.
You could do that, or you could, use YouTube and self-learn, like most people do, maybe. It's up to you. Personal preference, learning styles, all of that good stuff.
Self-learning's good, but a little frustrating.
Also, I mean, if you can get class credit for learning how to use the creation kit, like, why not?
Texturing is, to do it properly, you almost have to learn 3D and 3D texturing and stuff like that, and that's a whole other ballgame that it's gonna, and no Blender. No, you do not want to use Blender for texturing at all. You'd want to use something like Substance Painter nowadays. You can get away with stuff like Photoshop or whatever, but to get textures on the quality of what Bethesda has, you'll want to use Substance Painter. But again, it's kind of a paid program, so another alternative to that is actually Mari. Mari actually does a non-commercial thing, so you can actually sort of get away with Mari, but you need to learn a lot of other stuff. And no, do not recommend that. But yeah, you should use something like Substance Painter or Mari. If you're a student, you can get 3ds Max for free as a student edition. So you could probably do that. And 3ds Max actually works the best with Fallout, and it has some NIF plugins that you can use for it. Blender is a little bit wonky sometimes with going in between Fallout, so I would not recommend Blender directly. Yeah. Blender works for UV mapping. UV mapping is not necessarily texturing. You can make a UV map with a mesh, but texturing it is a whole other story. The difference between 3ds Max and Maya, Max works better with Fallout in general. It's what Bethesda uses to integrate all of their stuff, and it has support for the official plugin that they include with the creation kit install, so you can properly export things like collision and all that good stuff. Maya in general, if you're not talking about Fallout, Maya is generally used more for animation and in the film industry. And Max it really depends where you go. I know it has to do a lot with regional things, like I know on the East Coast in the US, Max is generally more prevalent. And if you go more towards the US West Coast, out towards Hollywood more, Maya is more prevalent. So it all depends, really. They do nearly the same thing. They're 3D suites. Does 3ds Max have fluid simulation? I imagine so. Have I used it? No, not really. But you can probably find, they all do the same things, really. It's just, they're used in different industries and used for different things. Maya has better animation tools. That's the general consensus. But you can still animate in Max, for example. It doesn't mean that you can't do animation in Max, it just means that Maya is more supported by Autodesk for animation. So they honestly can do the same things. If you're working with Fallout, 3ds Max is usually your best bet for anything. Some things can transfer from Blender to Max and stuff, but the only way you'll get proper export is by using 3ds Max and the official exporter by Bethesda that they include in their Creation Kit install under Tools. And what 3D program you use really depends on what you're aiming to do. If you're aiming to make stuff for... so it really... When you're talking about easiness, there is no program that is easier than one another, if that makes sense. They're all just different, right? They're not inherently easier or, better to use. It's just, it has to do with what's supported, and 3ds Max is better for Fallout simply because it supports the importer. I mean, the exporters and the importers, both the community and the official plugin. So, Blender only has like a very old community plugin, and it doesn't work very well. So, you can't really do a ton of cool stuff with NIFs or any of that. You can do some basic stuff, but none of the... It's not very supported nowadays. If you're just talking about animating for the industry or just getting a job, then you probably want to use Max or Maya, because Blender doesn't actually use Blender isn't actually very much used in the industry other than indies. And yeah, as Leon said, Maya is a lot better at animation. Just when you're speaking about making them, not actually integrating them in the game. If you're like just making the animations or rigging, then Maya would be better. But yeah, if you're trying to get them into Fallout, you're gonna have to use Max though. So you have to take those from Maya and put them in Max, which might be, I don't know. You have to figure out that too then. Are you guys designing the map and then deciding where you want enemies, or did you map everything out beforehand? I think we mapped out the locations beforehand, right? I don't know if we mapped out like enemies and specifically that stuff. We did map out the locations, but I'm not sure on anything else. it might just be, you know, I'm sure we have plans for where we want specific enemy types and all that, but
You're talking about like random encounters, then no, we haven't. But if you're talking about like big name stuff, then yeah, we've done that.
Yep. Yeah, we usually like to plan a lot of stuff. We don't just go in and, you know, see if some random thing works. We try to plan everything we can. He wants to know if there are going to be gator claws. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. That's yet to be determined. Are you guys working off paper-made map, like drawn reference?
We have our own like thing for that.
Yeah, we have a map, but yeah.
We have a map. That's good.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, this is not the Florida mod. This is Cascadia, which
Other
is
side of the country.
the Seattle mod. Yeah, not Florida. No, not Miami. Wrong mod there, friend.
It's okay.
There's another mod for that.
There's a mod for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big embarrass.
It's okay, dude.
We already released like a sort of a stylized map. We're keeping the whole map internal, not just because the locations are a secret, that too, but more so it's not complete and we're still working on it. So just
Yeah, so
bear
much
with
stuff
us
is
on that. Yeah.
subject to change between now and when we do release.
Right. Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Has the nav meshing been a nightmare?
I'm doing it right now.
He's doing it right now.
Who asked that?
Finally.
Are you going to be sharing assets with a mod? That depends on the artist, because some artists actually work both with the Miami mod and us. So sometimes assets get shared that way, but in terms of just like direct sharing and ports like that, no, not really. We're doing all custom for our own, and we're also getting community permissions for a lot of different stuff too. So, I mean, stuff could end up being shared, but I don't think we share anything directly. So, it all happens indirectly. We like Bioshock. I like Bioshock a lot, yeah. I played it a lot as a kid. Just a few years ago.
It's a good game. Hot take, first one's still the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Always will be.
Yeah.
Everyone
You
hates
know-
the second one, but I fucking loved it.
The second one wasn't bad. I don't know why people give it such a bad rap.
Yeah.
My least favorite was the third. Like, and everyone's like, "How can you say these things?" And I'm like,
I liked
"True. I didn't like it."
I liked the story and that kind of stuff in Infinite. I did not like anything else. I did not like the gameplay, and I didn't like the mechanics, but I thought the story elements were kind of cool.
Oh, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one then.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about
Not,
like-
you know.
like for me, I don't think about the writing style and stuff. I think about the themes that are explored. So I think that was more of the thing that got me interested in it.
Yeah, for me, it was one of those things where it's
Like,
like
I don't
great idea, bad execution.
I don't pick up on the execution. So
But I mean, I also like that's what I do.
yeah, exactly. I can see like
That's
when I
so-
see yeah, like that usually happens when I see like broken models in game. Like in Sea of Thieves, I just see like some broken stuff every now and again, and only I am the one who sees it.
Oh yeah,
So-
I wouldn't notice at all.
Yeah.
That would not faze me in the slightest.
So yeah, I get that. But yeah, like I don't notice the writing failures in execution. Just notice the themes, and I think they're cool.
Yeah, the first one is the first one is incredible.
So the details on how you will install Cascadia, I don't think are confirmed yet.
What is?
How you install it. There's going to be a type of installer that you use, and it's going to replace the main game pretty much entirely, I believe. But there will be an installer that lets you switch to a degree, as far as I know. That's not really 100% hashed out yet how we're doing that, but you will be able to install it somehow.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Because we are releasing this thing.
Today.
Yeah. No.
No. Please no.
Rhymic is working on the last part.
Work harder.
No, he's not.
This dialogue yet.
We're gonna have talking grass guys. It's gonna be great.
No. Right now I finished the draft of the romance quest I was working on, so now I'm looking at combat barks, which you'd think are like really fun because it's just like combat. No, it's horrible. It's like one of my least favorite things to write because you have to be like, you have to shout like, can you come up with 25 different interesting ways to yell grenade? Is how I've heard it described. Yeah, and so I'm just trying to figure out like 10 different ways to say the same thing, and it's very challenging.
Raiders use like 3, by the way, so.
Todd Howard is coming out tonight with the Fallout shoulder. Oh. I guess.
That was, they were, because it was like the same day, and he was like, and it's available right now!
Yeah. We're gonna start rolling live after the. Yeah. I am skeptical of 76, but I'm open. Like, I'll check it out. I want to see more gameplay, though. Like, that's the only thing with me. Like, you know, it'll probably be cool, but I'm skeptical, of course, because we haven't seen anything like this really before, so.
I'll play it.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
I just want to play it. I just want to see what the gameplay is like. So, that's what I'm interested in. Because that is supposed to be, like, the game, right? The gameplay. This time around. Since it's an online no story. Well, mostly no story. I mean, if they do, cool. Like, that's great, but at the beginning there won't be that, and I just want to see if it's gonna be fun in the beginning. Because if it's not fun in the beginning, I can just wait and then buy it when it's cheaper later when they release private servers, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, these days, I'm spending so much time on Cascadia stuff that I haven't played video games.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I'd play it, but we'll see.
I don't have time to play video games anymore. I'm too busy writing things for video games.
It's one of the things.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make video games. I want to play them. Well, you can't have both.
Yeah, pick one. Sorry.
Well, I got the auto-gen that much to work.
Oh, nice.
It's still a lot of work. Like, you gotta fix up a lot of bullshit that it leaves behind.
But if it saves you some time, like...
The computers are taking over. They're gonna take Jonesy's job.
No. Not my job. Anything but that.
You will go from the nav mesher to the automatic nav mesh operator.
It's fine with me. Fuck nav meshing.
Oh god.
For a Grinders battle line. Oh man, they're gonna need to have a custom bark set, aren't they?
What?
They're probably gonna need a custom dialogue set, the grinders,
Oof.
for combat. Dang it! Okay, that's something else to put on the to-do list. Thanks for reminding me, Overlord.
Lord.
This is Overlord Actual to Spooky King 352. Come in, over. It's my fucking call sign. Fucking bullshit. Wish we had something cooler. When I actually get to my next base, it actually is pretty cool. But whatever. It's just called King. That's it. And I'm like, okay, I fucks with that.
We're making Cascadia. We're not making Bioshock right now. You can't make both.
That would be interesting to try to like Frankenstein the two world spaces together from like
Don't
a
give
lore
anyone
perspective.
ideas.
How
Next
do you
thing
know there?
know-
How do you know there will be an after? How do you know that after Cascadia everybody's just gonna disappear? How do you know?
Cascadia is the only thing tethering all
But-
of us to this earth.
And by the time that we release, you could learn how to do it and do it. That's my advice. Even if you're bad now, you can get better. I believe in you.
That's what my parents told me.
So inspirational. I feel love in this Chili's tonight.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Yes, we'll make Cascasito too.
Cascasito.
Oh, just fucked up that nav mesh. Oh no, what did I do? That was scary.
Avoid threat.
Delete the ESP, start over. You have to apply and get accepted. And we're only looking for creature sculptors right now and animators. If you're not those, then we're not looking for any people. So
We got a full house.
if you are a creature sculptor or you are an animator, then we're looking for you to apply.
Zachary, the Grinders are one of the raider groups that we've talked about on stream. Jake did some concept art a while ago. So they're one of our announced groups. They are coffee raiders. They're hopped up on coffee. Because you know.
So if you can make creatures or outfits. Outfits are also included because they're sculpted, so
Oh yeah, true. Oh man, we're gonna need some custom outfits.
you must use ZBrush as well. If you do not use ZBrush, then meh. I don't know how that would work. If you are a creature, I don't think that's a requirement to be. I mean, you have to be human, but yeah. I don't think you'll get in by just being a human. Will there be DLC updates after Cascadia? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have to release patches.
We're gonna.
Like, we're gonna have
So-
to do something.
Yeah, we'll do bug fixes, but as far as DLC goes, no idea. Maybe. We'll
Yeah.
definitely say something closer to after release.
Yeah, let's just focus on release right now.
Yeah, like we don't really want to talk about DLC until the actual game is done. So yeah.
Yeah, we're not just gonna like drop the game and be like, yeah, no support.
No support.
Good luck.
There will be bug fixes, so yes,
my
there
God.
will have to be. I don't know who controls SeaTag Airport. I don't know. You know that, John?
Do we have C-Tag?
I don't even know if we do.
It's the Kent airfield. So you
Oh, okay.
take a stab.
Okay. Are we allowed to say who owns it?
Yeah, it's the NCR.
Yeah, okay, yeah, NCR owns it. Okay.
Good luck convincing new mod creators, and you will have to do a new save because it's a completely different start, a completely different game start, a completely different game. So, and yeah, a completely different launcher probably. So it's gonna be like an entirely separate game. So you're gonna have an entirely separate character too. You're gonna make a new character at the very start of it, basically. And if you don't know the current scale of Cascadia, it's about 2 times bigger than the Commonwealth in Fallout 4. So it is its own game. So it does warrant a new game. It's an own game in its own right. So the story is completely different and completely unrelated to the Fallout 4 one in terms of region. So. Will Cascadia be better than Fallout 76? I don't know. That's the opinion of the community, I guess. Once both games are out. No, you cannot load a save game. Right. Yep, you can. It will break. Very much so. You do not want to try to do that.
Yes, we are in the same room, huddled around the same computer. Always. All 100 of us.
Yeah. It's like a giant LAN party.
I think we're actually pretty spread out.
I'm about this close. If my nav mesh file corrupts itself again to, someone might die in this room.
It's not me. Nose goes.
100 what?
if nose goes, then I guess it's Rymick or Biggie.
Biggie.
I said 100 members, over 100.
Yeah, we've got. Yeah, we're probably 100 strong.
75.
Yeah, we have 100.
Yeah, I think we have 100 exactly. Do we? Or
wait,
is it
seriously? That's
No,
not
it's
cool.
over.
We have 75 offline.
Oh, really?
Right.
75 offline. I'm not gonna count the visitors.
No, okay.
6, 7, 7, 78.
Oh, we have 99 that are not inactive. 99 active members.
Ooh,
Active members.
active. That's true. We
Oh,
have some-
active. Okay.
99 active members.
I think we have more than that, though. Are you sure? Or are you counting?
What do you mean? Oh, I counted bots too.
No, yeah, don't
Oh,
count the bots.
why did I do that? I don't know how many bots we have.
Yeah, it's a pretty big team. We were pretty well too. I'm surprised.
We have nearly 100. Like,
We're a well-oiled machine.
counting active and inactive members that are likely to be more active later, or that are away currently, we have over 100 total members, not counting bots. So, over 100 total, yeah. How many in chat? We just have 3 that are talking and 2 that are listening. So,
Yeah.
Viggy might be asleep, for all I know. Definitely need Bioshock. No, we're not making Bioshock.
What is this Bioshock conspiracy?
No.
Guys, I'm just trying to write the Cascadia plot. Don't make me write something else too.
Cascadia is an entire
Is
game.
Biggie a meme, though? Yeah, Biggie
Yes,
is the meme.
He is. That is confirmed.
I don't know. We have to support the game with bug fixes and DLC like you talked about, so I don't think we're gonna have time for Bioshock. I don't think this is gonna
I'm
happen.
Audi 3000 after this fucking mod. I'm gone. See you, nerds.
I think a lot of the core team is gonna be gone after this. So, well, they're gonna be around for bug fixes and maybe additional content, but not for a Bioshock.
Battle Royale confirmed for Cascadia.
Oh my
I-
god.
I don't think.
Writing team is gone after that, so it doesn't matter. We don't
Yes.
need writing team for...
No, because someone has to write all of those combat barks. Which,
Oh no.
no.
Yes, if you make your own mod.
So if you guys want to write all those combat barks, you can do it. Because I'm
Hey, I
working
did
on
it.
some right now.
I did it for the NCR. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
Ideas are cool.
I already
but-
put their voice acting in for... I finished up one of the male voice actors, like his full kit. Like he's done, basically. He's just got... I think there's like... I think 10 more lines I need recorded and that's it. Otherwise it's done.
For just
doesn't-
generic barks?
For just a generic like NCR soldier.
Oh, okay.
Like him yelling, like grenade incoming,
Yeah.
fucking my favorite one. He did it. He fucking shot me. He fucking shot me. That one's so
Yeah,
so mean.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be good. It just needs to be made by you instead of us. I don't know who we're gonna have for voice actor. I don't think we would get Arnold as a voice actor.
Yeah, we don't have a budget, let alone that
Hey,
budget.
If we hear someone who's good, we take them.
Yeah.
We have casting
We
calls all the time,
yeah,
so
we put casting calls up, so you can even audition yourself if your mic is good enough.
We're actually
I mean,
planning on
hell,
putting-
anyone can audition, but will we
Yeah.
pick you if you have a shitty like Xbox mic? No.
No. Our quality bar is high for voice.
I just bought a new mic too because they were like, "You're gonna need a better mic if you're gonna do some NPCs." And I'm like, "Okay."
Will there be any console mods for Cascadia? I think there might be some already, like the NCR armors.
Yeah, the NCR armor's out. Like, we're gonna
So,
try to release weapons that we make.
Yeah.
I can't promise it for like weapons we borrow from
But, yeah.
Nexus, but
But any actual world space or anything like actual parts of Cascadia, no, they won't be on.
yeah.
They won't be on console. We don't get percentages because you can't really determine that based upon. No, they didn't say 45 to 60. That's not really accurate.
What is 45 to 60?
Like, okay, maybe world design, but you can't really use just world design to determine the completion of the project because there's so many different things that take a varying amounts of time.
And consider you
There-
gotta
there's
consider
just-
all that.
Yeah, there's so many factors that we can't really give an accurate percentage. It just doesn't.
I mean, nav mesh percentage done, like maybe 3%.
and on top of that, like since we're a volunteer team, that percentage can vary by the day, by holidays, by people
Yeah.
going back to school. Like there's all these.
Yeah,
different
we
factors.
usually hit a high spot around November, like where everyone's kind of just getting shit done.
So,
Late December, everyone's gone.
So the voice actor stuff happens in update channel. If you're in Discord, we post casting calls in update channel when we are looking for roles. I don't think we're currently looking for roles though, so you'll have
Not
to
at
wait
the
on that
moment.
one.
Jesus Christ, who is? You guys are memeing in the Twitch chat. Stop it about Bioshock mods. Stop.
We are not working on one. No.
We are not working on a Bioshock mod. No.
So yeah, when we talk about Cascadia mods, we mean like maybe like a gun or like a armor set or an outfit or stuff like that.
I did it. It's a meme. Yep.
Big Daddy Power Armor, no. Nope. It's already on the Nexus.
Nexus mod.
There already is Big Daddy Power Armor on the Nexus.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm just not going to respond to anything about Bioshock anymore.
We opened a can of worms there.
And it's not only due to the script ender, that is the major one, but the other one is that it's just way above the size limit. It's like 10 times bigger than the size limit. It's actual game size. So it just won't work as a mod ever on console.
Jesus.
I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna reply to this.
I'm done.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Be like, baby. If you don't look at it, it doesn't exist. If you can't see it. What's object permanence? Don't have it. It's fine.
Also, we got something to show you guys. I think he's gonna bring it up on screen real quick. This is what we've been working on, and I'm very happy with it. And I think Saber can say the same as soon as it gets on fucking stream.
There it is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, that looks familiar. I wonder who.
Oh my god, it's got little barnacles!
I wonder who.
God.
I wonder who.
So, yeah, we got custom creatures, y'all.
It is the Orclaw, not Sharkclaw.
Orclaw, yeah.
No, it is not in the Miami mod. It is ours.
Fucking tears off shirt, orca.
Orca!
It is not a shark. They might have a shark claw, but ours is the Orclaw. It is a completely different model. So.
I don't even think orcas live in that part of the world. It's too warm, wouldn't it? It'd be too warm.
Okay, let's say you guys get this done and decide you want to do some small expansions. Like, I don't... If you apply to the team and get to a point where you can do that, then yeah. But otherwise, we're not really looking for external ideas. Well, we are looking for ideas, like community ideas, but not to work on just any idea that someone presents. So, and as far as sharing assets with Miami, not directly, but sometimes artists work on the same team, so indirectly, yeah, that happens. We do share a few, occasionally, based on the artist, but not directly, no. And yes, if there's a shark claw there, ours is not that. Ours is the Orclaw. It's based on a killer whale. It is called
exactly Skin Ripper.
Orclaw. That is the name, the Orclaw. It's an orca. Deathclaw. Not Sharkclaw. No, it's not a shark claw.
It's not a shark.
No, it is not. No, it is not a shark. No. Not ours. Not the Cascadia one. We do not have a shark claw. We are not Miami, we're Cascadia. We don't have a shark claw. It's an Orclaw. No, not shark claw. I feel like you're memeing me right now.
They are.
What do you want, YouTube chat? What do you want?
What do you want from us?
I tried to read, but I don't know what you wanted.
3.4. 3.14.
Americlaw. What? Leon. And it is not a dolphin either. It is a whale.
It's just stop. They know. They're memeing.
Why do I get targeted for voice joining requests? I can't bring you in here, DSJ, if you're not in the voice channel. I can't. Can't do it. The name is already confirmed. No, we're not throwing out the mod because we're not making Fallout 4. We're using it as a base. So, if you don't like Fallout 4, you could still like our game, but Are you guys going to use assets from 1 and 2? Well, no, because they're
can't.
pixelated.
Yeah, they're pixelated.
And 2, like, I don't know about remakes. There might be a few, but I don't really know which ones. Oh, there he is. Welcome. Hello? Are you live? Yes, Shay.
It's Morse code.
Yes, Shay.
Hey, yeah, now I'm in the
Okay.
right thing, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, I was just...
I didn't see the first one, and then the second one, I looked for you, but I couldn't find you.
Yeah, I forgot, kinda.
So, there actually is no Brotherhood of Steel in Cascadia. The only returning faction is the NCR. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
We might have, like, references to the Brotherhood in dialogue and stuff, but we're not, like... There's not really any place for a Brotherhood chapter, in all honesty, so it's kinda... We don't need them.
Please do come for our voice acting opportunities. Wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Just stay on the update channel when we announce when we need voice acting.
Make sure your voice is very clear, and your mic is very clear, and all quality is all good.
And before someone
You get-
mods in the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I feel with the Enclave. Trust me.
Like, even if you have a 2 mic, you can still apply, but don't expect to be chosen, per se.
Yeah, like for instance, like we hear a lot of great voice acting, and then we just kind of pick one that we think fits our character the most.
So a good mic, you could go with like a Blue Yeti or a Blue Snowball or any of those. There's also other ones like other brands like Rode and Audio Technica makes some good ones.
It's more expensive, but
Just
I mean,
just a cardioid microphone, I think is what they're called.
yep.
A cardioid microphone, a higher quality one. I think the cheapest good quality mic I would recommend is the Blue Snowball. It's actually what Anna here has, so she recently got it. So
Yeah,
anything
Anna
like
got
that
a,
or above. Yeah.
Blue Snowball, I think.
Yeah,
There's-
I really like it.
Yep.
Sorry,
Anything.
I'm like
and,
eating garlic bread right now, so you know.
If you hear Anna,
If it picks up my eating noises, I'm really sorry.
yeah, if you can hear Anna's voice, then
So she has the better version of my mic, which was like an extra $10, I think, or what was it, $3?
so
Well, there was a Prime deal on it, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what the actual price is reflected as, but
Do we offer voice script, like a script for casting? Yes. So what we usually do in casting club is or casting call is we'll actually give the script right there, and you record it.
and
And however
Yeah.
many takes you want to do. Like, you could do, like, 4 takes of it in different voice, all that stuff.
the HD pack will not be required, so you will not need that at all. Because not a lot of people can run that, to be honest. Not everyone can run that, so we're not gonna use it.
I could run it, but it'd be laggy in certain spots.
You could probably install that after, maybe, and get it to work, but I don't know. But we're not using it.
We have our own textures
have-
and stuff, so it might
Yeah.
interfere.
We're going by base game specs, we're not going all 4K anyway, so yeah. Probably won't work in that way. There are mutants. There are super mutants.
yes, there are.
Yes, there are super mutants.
Very few, but there are.
Yeah. Oh, I have to bring ESJ back. Busy goofed.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
Welcome. Accidentally joined off top.
what up, dude?
Yeah, sorry about that. Joined off.
Thank you
Yeah.
for making comments on my thing.
All I have to say is good luck with that, getting Fallout 4 New Vegas and Cascadia to work together. I don't think that would ever work.
No.
No matter what you did, that's not gonna work. What DLC are required? I think it's we have a working list right now, and the only ones that aren't included are like there's like 2 that aren't included. So you're honestly better off just getting the whole season pass. So I would recommend just getting the season pass because I think we use like most of them. We use Far Harbor, Nuka World, the Automatron mod. I mean the Automatron DLC. Rather.
Yeah, you're gonna need all the DLC. Basically.
So you're better off just getting the whole season pass, just to be safe. And like, who knows? By the end, we might even need every single one of them. So you're better off just getting all of them. Are we gonna add the Washington Monument? Isn't that a DC thing? I don't think that is. That's not where we're located. Or unless you mean an amusement park monument.
Will there be an amusement park in Cascadia?
I have no idea.
Don't think so. I count like the if you count like that fair thing that goes on around the Space Needle, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's not really an amusement park. It's kind of like
the
festival kind of thing.
Yeah, Tenpenny Tower is in C area. We're in Seattle, which is precisely across the entire country. It's not even close.
Literally across the entire continent.
It's
yes.
Not even close. Yeah. Yeah, you can usually grab the season pass on a discount. Like Steam usually does sales and all that.
Yeah, I got it when it was like $30. So, like, when after they'd announced they'd do another season of it, but it was still $30, and that turned out pretty well. So.
This guy changed his name to Bioshock and Shark's Fin? Or is that just
really?
his name? I don't know if that's his original name or if he just changed it to that.
Bioshock.
Oh no.
Will there be the Statue of Liberty? No. It is across the...
No! We are in Seattle!
No.
Come on, load, Kent. I know you can do it.
Alright, the memeing needs to stop here.
It needs to stop.
What? No, you can't demand us to use your idea, YouTube chat.
Yeah.
If you have an idea, we have a Discord server and we have a channel on the Discord server that's called Ideas and Suggestions. So you can post it there, and then maybe you'll get seen by a writer, and then they'll use it.
Yeah, maybe. But keep in mind that even if we use an idea, we're probably not gonna use it in the way you originally thought of it, just because it's like you gotta adapt them. Also, person on Twitter, that will be a landmark we have.
Oh really?
So,
I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah,
it's already in game.
New every day.
It's already in game too.
What is in game?
The Fremont Troll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've already modeled it out and everything.
It's in.
I'm glad he survives the nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, he's underneath a bridge. Like, come on.
The bridge protected him. Don't worry.
Will there be a behemoth there that's called the Fremont Troll? Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't think so. But
that West Coast
that'd be
mutants
pretty
don't become behemoths, as far as we know.
There will be a Starbucks-like company, so don't worry about that. We are taking some local ones, and that's gonna go for a couple different companies that are local to the area.
Yeah.
Rymick is demolishing his RAM right now as we speak. It's trying to load everything.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, but yeah, the thing about behemoths is that in general we're trying not to have mutants as kind of generic enemies.
Coffee.
Yes, the Fremont Troll has a car in its hand. We made sure of it.
Cargo has coffee. Yes, that is what it is.
Yep.
Are we gonna have Costco?
No, it's Super Mario.
Actually, no, don't we have a fake Costco or something?
No. Not that I know of.
No, I mean, actually, I think we had something called Price Co, maybe? I don't know, that was on the, map thing, but...
I think it's gone.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean,
We're
Is it
having
really worth the unique assets?
nah,
No?
we already have cargo house. I don't think we're calling it anything. So
Yeah.
that's too much of a resemblance.
Mhm. Yeah. Cargo house, man. I actually really like the assets we put together for that. They look pretty cool.
They're great.
NCR Ranger stations. Are they gonna make a return? Or no.
No.
We don't really have any
Probably not.
rangers.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, no. We do have rangers, right? No veteran rangers, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no veteran rangers, and yeah, because the NCR presence is pretty much in like the area around Kent, because there's not really anywhere else for them to go. It's kind of
It's
like
real complicated.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. But
The
yeah.
political atmosphere that they encountered when they sort of were like, "Hey, let's head up north." Then they were like, "Oh shit." So
Let's wait this one out.
we're gonna stay over here.
So Nuka-Cola sounds like Coca-Cola, sure, but cola is a generic term,
Yeah.
so it's not really part of the brand. Just what it is. It's just a type of cola, like Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola or Nuka-Cola. But when you're talking about naming something like Bucks, you know that's Starbucks right up. So
Yeah.
can't really, not gonna really
Oh
do
god, those tents are going away next merge.
that. Oh yeah,
Finally.
maybe, I don't know. Are they for sure? I don't know.
I don't know. As soon as you can get collision on them.
Yeah. The
Wait, what? I'm confused.
yeah. Wait, actually, are the new tent models done?
No,
yet?
they're not. No, they're not done yet. No.
Yeah, I didn't think they were. So
When they're done.
when they're done, we'll replace those tents.
I think that's like the one eyesore that I consistently see.
Yeah. They are.
It's all a work in progress.
Are you sure? Because if you scroll up, they're in game. And
What?
because Saber, you put them in the game.
Those are the different tents.
Wait,
What are you
what?
talking about? We're
In
having
the assets channel, those NCR tents.
those are different tents. We're having
What?
no. Those are not the modular tents.
Oh, these aren't the modular ones that I just posted?
No, those are just normal tents. We're having modular tents too.
I mean, those are going to be... Those ones I just said are going to be in the game, though. Right?
Yeah,
like
they
next
already
patch,
are.
you think?
No, they already are.
Oh, what the...
Yeah.
What are they called?
Here, I'll send you.
Are they already merged from last merge?
Yes. No, they've been in for like a long time. They've been in for like months.
Those ones that I just put in assets channel.
Yeah. They've been there for a while.
Don't lie to me.
No, they have. They've been there forever.
Was it Cass _ marquee tent?
Probably. There's like 8 of them. 10 of them. Jonesy's gonna scream.
Yeah.
Did you go to my
Here
test
I was
cell?
like just waiting for them.
Go to
I
my.
never go to your test cell.
We'll go to my test cell.
I exited out CK.
We'll enter back in.
Oh, it's gonna take too long.
What about the game? If you can go in game and go to it. That takes like a minute.
Oh god. I don't
Oh
need
yeah,
to.
Ronnie just had them there.
I've got, yeah, I just told him to put him down. Do they have mat swaps?
Uh-huh. They have camo mat swap. They have a camo and they have a desert tan.
Anyways, to answer people's questions from the Twitch chat, there's not really recurring characters, just because it's like an issue of voice acting and like did they actually
50
give
years
the player to be,
later.
like oh that too definitely
yeah,
like
we're a lot later.
I don't know
like,
if I
most
would
people
replace.
from New Vegas
I
are
don't-
dead
I
probably.
don't know.
from
I don't know
age.
if I would. I don't know if I would replace those yet, but okay. I guess you can for some. Don't do all
I
of them.
told him to.
Well, make sure he only does the small ones, not like the big one, because I think they're placeholder.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, I guess he can. I mean, it's his level. But it's whatever.
He's executing it. He's doing it. Execute order 60/10 or whatever. I don't know.
By the way, DSJ, just so you know,
Yes.
we are strategically ignoring anything in relation to a game that sounds vaguely like Fryo Doc.
Oh no, I was here for that whole fiasco.
Oh, you were? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean,
Where
I
have
wasn't in
been?
like voice chat. I was just, listening
I've
to the
been
stream.
editing. That's what I've been doing. All right.
Yeah. Eh.
Yeah, we don't really have any descendants from other characters as
Yeah.
well. Just because that's really tricky to do. And
Yeah, definitely.
and we've got,
Plus, I mean-
honestly, and I'm totally biased in saying that because I'm the writing lead, or one of the two writing leads.
Yeah.
But I really like our characters. I think you guys are gonna like them.
Yeah, plus it's like we don't want to ride on the coattails of previous games like too much because it takes away from the like sort of uniqueness of ours, I guess. Like sure we could say like, oh look, it's the Legion, oh look, it's the Kings, oh look, it's Mr. House in a wheelchair or something like that. But like
Hey, like it's Walt Disney.
Man!
It's Walt
at the end of the
Disney.
day, it's like, why would we do that when we can come up with our own stuff that's unique, if not also probably more interesting in some aspects? Which I know bias, but we at least have better factions than the Legion. I'll say that much. But whatever.
We mentioned a couple of them in passing,
Yeah.
but we don't actually have them within. Like we vaguely mention them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like there's like there'll be references to them, sure, but we're not gonna like, because the issue is dancing around like what canonically happens and stuff. Because you don't want to be like establishing something too hard. Because the thing about like the NCR still being around is that the NCR is pretty big, and not only that, but if the Legion like attacked the NCR even after like they won Vegas or whatever, because we're not really saying what happened in Vegas, because you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But anyways, what my point here is that like they wouldn't take out the whole like main NCR that actually has like soldiers and stuff and isn't just like conscripts with like poor equipment. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Leon. No Andrew Ryan. How did I do? Was that okay? Was that
Yeah.
good?
But what about the way more subpar preacher guy that was in Bioshock Infinite? Can we bring him back?
Absolutely not.
Could. He was lame, so. Were there references to the She? No, I don't think we have any references to him so far. And they're like all the way in San Francisco, so why would we reference them?
We have some references to groups that were in San Fran.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I know. Wink, wink. But yeah, like the She are their own thing, kinda. So it's like, why would we reference them?
No, it's tricky because, like, with the writing team, we don't actually know. Like, there's some stuff we have announced and a lot of stuff we haven't. So we're trying we're trying to like dance around things as best we can.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know you use collision planes for that. I just, the tent already has collision. I don't know if you need those.
Are those actual collision planes?
I don't know what they are. What are they?
Zebos player asks, "Is there slavery?" Yeah, we'll have some interesting stuff on that, because that is one of the things that I think like Fallout 3 especially did well.
What do the
'Cause-
planes do? I've never seen them. Go,
followers
tell
of
me what they do.
Apocalypse. As far as I know, the followers of Apocalypse aren't coming back because
No,
it's
followers aren't.
yeah. I mean,
I love them.
I will.
They are.
Yeah, I will say that like of the groups we could have brought back if we wanted to, they probably are like the most. They'd at least sort of have a reason, but nah, we don't have them. It's a long way to It's a long way to Washington from California, and I mean the NCR even barely has a military presence there, so a bunch of hippies and godless communists wouldn't be able to make it up there. Look,
So when does the story take place exactly? Also, do you have a timeline of when it's coming?
story takes
29, which is what we said.
Exactly.
I said 23, 29 twice in chat.
Oh, 23, 29.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
exactly, it takes place beginning May 4th, 2329.
Yep.
And I know that because that was the date that we wrote the opening. So we were like, okay, it's just May 4th.
Is there a main enemy against the NCR in Cascade? Or will you be able to choose sides? Of course you're going to be able to choose sides.
Besides, yeah, we're
Basically,
not
everyone
like
is enemies against everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like
No release date. No
the
release date.
NCR, so I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that
release
necessarily.
date 23, 29.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Release date also
Oh.
29.
Only if you keep asking.
Here's what I would like.
I'm
He
only in
doesn't say-
where
Oh.
it fits in the timeline. I don't know the game dates. This is 50
It's
years
farthest.
after the events of Fallout 4, right?
Yeah, in New Vegas and 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We're considerably after the rest of the Fallout.
We are in the post-apocalypse when people are
And-
starting to rebuild.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not rebuilding so much as. Well, I guess it is still rebuilding in, like, Washington,
In,
because.
in general. In general.
Yeah.
In general.
Deathclaw
'cause
packs, more like Orclaw packs.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, YouTube chat. We look at you too, don't.
Yeah, you just don't have good ideas, so.
Whoa,
Jeez.
DSJ!
Hey.
No,
Oh,
we're not gonna throw shade at the YouTube chat.
I officially elect DSJ to be the YouTube moderator.
Heck yeah, dude. No chat. That's the best kind of chat.
Um,
Leon,
Leon,
that,
in your
Look.
lore, how did Seattle fare in the Great War?
not very well, I would
Can we
say. Like,
can we say that?
they got wrecked.
yeah,
Make it-
it's
Seattle proper didn't get wrecked.
well, it's like I
Well,
would say it's kind of in the same sort of state like Boston was in, where it didn't have like a missile defense system or something. So, skyscrapers, some got hurt. Like they just got a little bruise from the nuclear bombing. It's not a big issue. But yeah, like things.
It's not Mr. Seattle, it's Needle.
Yeah, but yeah, things did not go great for Seattle, but people survived despite like a lot of stuff. I actually have some interesting things written up just for like the like sort of immediate post-war history, but that's can't reveal
I
that
don't-
yet.
I don't think we're gonna have cat people in our game.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yes, this is the Seattle mod.
Hmm.
There's
Um,
like 3 big guys out there. It's New Vegas remake, which explains it's fucking in New
Yeah.
Vegas, and then Miami, which is in Florida, and then this one is in Cascadia, which is in Seattle.
Yeah.
The
Well,
overall
Cascadia
theme-
isn't really a place, but whatever.
The overall
Yeah.
theme of Cascadia, we haven't actually announced. We do have one.
Hey.
2,
Yeah.
rather. But we
Well,
are actually going to do
it's-
a writers podcast soon, and
Mhm.
that's going to be one of the things we discuss. So,
Yeah, it'll be really
stay
cool.
tuned for that. We're excited about it.
Cascadia is a theoretical region. Thank
It's
you very
theoretical.
much.
Yeah.
It's a region.
We have the Fallout 3 canceled Project Edition assets. We have, I think, just the Metro kit. I think
Yeah,
that's
kind of.
'cause-
Like, we did share some assets with them, but like, yeah,
we got some back in return, but they need work, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably there might be a few. So,
But we're not like using a ton
Nothing
of
that
them.
you could like tie directly to it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Like when you see
Yeah.
it, you'll just be like,
it's not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
unless I
Especially-
put a terminal down saying we took these. I'm just kidding.
They're gonna be like universal assets that can work anywhere, not
Mhm.
just for DC, for example.
Yeah, it's
Yes, or
Kinda.
claws.
or class.
Have you-
They're great.
If you're not on our Discord or you're not in our community channel for our Discord, I would check that out. Your claws can be seen in the update channel on the Discord
Okay.
server.
All right, guy asking about the Enclave. No, there won't be
No
Enclave.
Enclave.
from this.
Trust me, I want them so bad, but
No.
they won't let me. The writers
No.
won't let me, boys. If it was up to me, I'd have them in. Sorry, boys, I did my best.
But you're
Go on.
not a writer, Jones.
No
I'm
on.
just saying,
Yeah.
No enclave.
the past 2 years I've been fighting for it, and I finally gave up.
Yeah.
We have some
Enclave.
former
Oh.
enclave, but not actual
Well,
enclave.
Yeah, we have.
They're better.
Yeah, I guess.
than former enclave.
There are.
Yeah,
Do you not
it's-
know about?
Uh-uh.
Wait, hang. Okay, they are precious and good, and I wrote them, and I love them so much. I'm
They're
Yeah,
good
well, you
people,
have to-
or they're just good written.
Both actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you know, Anna, you do also like love all your characters, so
I
like.
do. They're all horrible, and I love them.
No, not the
Awesome.
Orclave. They want the Orclave.
Also, a guy asking about if we can use assets from 76. No,
No, we
that would
cannot.
be
No.
illegal.
No, that is 100%
Oh, yeah.
illegal.
Yes.
100%.
And plus, it's I don't know. I guess we don't really need any assets from 76. Not that the game looks like the assets look bad or anything. It's just that none of them would be particularly useful to us.
No.
Hey, Coolest. Yeah, I know Miami has the Enclave, and you know how I feel about that. Okay, please. He's asking in the YouTube chat, and I
No
feel
Enclave.
smugness.
No
But
Enclave
yeah.
in Miami. No. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they are in Miami. Not
I was gonna say no
Cascadia.
way. They are.
They are. They are.
They are
But
in Miami.
Nope,
They
not
are.
anymore. We are assuming direct control of the Miami project. So
We do not want your Enclave.
yeah, I mean the Enclave looks cool, but that's the
Oh,
only
the
issue with the
Enclave.
is-
How original.
See, like the thing is, for me, like yeah, the Enclave look cool, but a lot of the time the only interest that comes out of the faction is when you're subverting or like whole point of existence. So,
Hey,
like,
I'm your
Canada-
stereotypical evil faction.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're interesting when you have like the Enclave remnants in New Vegas, or like that one like Children of Adam guy in Bar Harbor that was with the Enclave. But like they're not interesting when it's just look, it's the Enclave, because at the end of the day they're just pretty much like they're pre-war Americans who just want to kill everyone else. So it's kind of like there's only so far you can go with that. Yeah, that great power armor is the ROC power armor, and the ROC is cool. I mean, they just have cool designs.
They'll be cooler when it's out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see like all the armors finished up, just because I think our factions definitely have like a unique feel. Yeah, I know you didn't rate them coolest, but I know.
Jonesy.
Yep,
Jonesy, did you read it?
I did not.
You should check your PMs and read about our precious children.
Do it now. We're kicking you off the team.
Some guys asking if there will be Canadian references in general, considering
Oh.
that Seattle is sort of like, yes, actually.
No dolphins.
Yes.
Dolphins. No
One of our
dolphins.
major factions is actually Canadian based, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if you're
man.
looking for some good like maple syrup time, happy fun times, they got it.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yes, there are no dolphins. They're not alive. They're whales.
Yeah. Ants. Will we have giant ants? Because, I mean, you world had that model, so I don't know. I guess that comes down
I
to
don't know
if-
actually.
we could have them. It'd be neat. They are pretty neat. I'll say that much. How many? Okay. Oh
You
yeah.
will-
So
You will find that out in the story if it was reverse
there's a
engineered or built.
backstory.
Yeah, there's a backstory to that. So don't you
Yeah, and I
worry,
wrote
we got
that
it covered.
backstory.
Yes.
Radioactive protein plate.
Oh no.
Oh no. How many factions are in Cascadia? It's kind of hard to give a definite number on that, considering like what does and doesn't constitute a faction. But like we
Yeah.
have two, in terms of like we have like two large main factions, which
3 if you count the NCR, but
I would count
Yeah,
them as
well,
a.
the
I would
NCR
count them as a. I would count them as a main faction.
yeah, they're not like a main faction. There's not like an NCR quest line that leads you to the end of the game. Just because.
Well, no, you can't join them, but they're still a main faction
They-
just because they're so big and prevalent.
I guess. Well,
And they're
they're not prevalent. They're prevalent like lore wise, but they're not prevalent like around the world space. I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, we don't have like the thing is, the nice thing about having like not a ton of like ton of main factions is you can focus more of your time on making their individual branches of the main quest line interesting, as opposed to the issue New Vegas had, where it's kind of like Independence just die at Mr. House, and pretty much both Independent and House follow along the same sort of beats as the NCR quest line, with some like a few variations. And yeah, it's just kind of like you can do more interesting stuff with it. Well, would the Children of Adam made
Ah,
it
DSJ,
that far
what?
west?
Will the children
Am I
of
allowed to
Adam
talk
be in
about
there?
that? Am I allowed to talk about this? Because I can.
I don't think so.
Well,
I would save it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna save it. I would say save it.
yeah.
So that's
there's
neither a yes nor a no.
We don't want to give away everything.
But there's information there. Take that
Leon
as you
says
will.
no. Leon says no.
Okay.
So it's no.
Thanks, Leon.
What's a no?
Oh, I think he's saying to
Everything.
the Fallout 76 assets, which no, we do not have permission to use. That's
Are you sure that's what he was responding to?
I don't know.
Guy asks, what do we think?
Oh
of
yeah,
it?
yeah, probably. No, it will not. Yeah, you'd probably respond to that. So no, it's not possible at all. It's 100% illegal.
Yeah,
So-
Anyways,
No way.
yeah.
no. Very illegal.
Very
Yeah.
illegal.
So where do we start with our lore? We have a, I guess, yeah, this wouldn't be spoilers. We have an internal wiki thing set up, which is pretty nice. So
Yeah, we've mentioned it on stream before, so I don't think that's.
Mhm. it's so useful.
Yeah, it's. Oh my
Wait.
god, we live on
It's
that.
so much better than the Google Drive we used to have last year, because you can
Yeah.
find
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You couldn't find things on the drive. You could find things that weren't canon on the drive, and that people had just written, which is always cool. But
It was
yeah.
it was a mess. But we have an internal use wiki that is only accessible to the team.
Mhm.
We're hoping when we do release that we'll actually convert it to being available to the public as well, so
yeah,
everyone can read it. Because we got a lot of lore, a
Mhm.
lot of quests, a lot of lore, a lot of fun characters.
Mhm.
So hopefully that'll happen. We're not really sure
Yeah.
how yet, but that's the plan down the line. Otherwise, we keep most of it on the wiki and just on Discord when we're linking documents and stuff.
yeah. So anyway, some guy asked like, what do you guys think of Dead Space? Which, assuming it's not going to lead into another, Bioshock conversation.
I don't know
What
what
do
you're
you
talking
guys think of
about.
Dead Space?
What's Bioshock, huh? What?
Did we make the custom plane assets just for this location? No.
Yeah, those.
No,
are,
we reuse stuff a lot, like over different locations.
A lot.
So
Yeah.
no, not
Yeah.
just for
We
this
don't waste our
location.
time with that unless it's like a
special asset.
like a special asset like the Fremont Troll. Like we're only gonna use that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
I mean, I assumed we were gonna have a Fremont
or
troll
the,
like on
or the,
Freebread.
or the, or the,
Yeah, he's already set in the game, so
or the Space Needle.
or the
Yeah.
Space Needle. Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be great when we can show that off, because it's a really cool thing. Yeah.
Is the world space accurate to real life? It's alright, so put this
It's all
in,
outified.
it's Falloutified. There's only so much that you can mash within a game. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
If we were to pull up some satellite imagery and try to make everything perfect, it would take forever. So we are
it would
doing
take
that.
longer than what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there are some artistic liberties that have been taken in previous Fallout games as well. Like, I'm from Virginia, and a lot of the stuff that in the Capital Wasteland, it really isn't actually where it is.
But it's still cool to see some stuff that you've seen in real life.
It's close enough
It's
for a
spooky.
game.
It's spooky. Like, it's really, really spooky.
What location are we looking at here? This is the
SeaTac
small
Airport,
airfield,
right?
like the auxiliary airfield next to real life. What's the original place this place was called that we swapped it with Ken?
Renton?
Renton? Yeah, Renton, I think.
Yeah, it's next to Renton. There's a little small auxiliary airfield, but we have our own reasons
Renton.
on why we don't have Renton in this game. So
Yeah, well, it's because we personally despise the town of Renton, and, figured it should just be gone. That's not true. I've never been to Seattle or the Pacific Northwest in general, so I can't make any statements about the quality of the towns there.
I've never been to Renton specifically.
Well,
and Kent has more like actual like history to it than Renton does, which we liked a lot more. So
yeah, it gave us more stuff to work with.
Just want to know our opinion on the environment and atmosphere
of Dead Space, I'm pretty sure is what he's asking about. I like Dead Space. Dead Space 1 and 2 are pretty good games, I'd say. They kind of look an aesthetic like the Alien movies did, which I really liked because it wasn't like super fancy science fiction stuff. It was more like, I don't know, it had hard edges to it, and I don't know, Dead Space 1 and 2, good video games. Official opinion of the Cascadia team. Not really.
yeah, so in our little Fallout universe, we decided Kent would be a better fit.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the divergence with like the Fallout and the original world like timeline, we were like, what if Renton didn't exist? It was just fucking Kent.
Yeah.
So that's
and
what we did.
the thing is, like, part of what like we've had to take into consideration isn't just like making stuff different because the nuclear war happened, but like before the nuclear war, things were still pretty different. Like, so when we can and when it makes sense, there's like little changes of like sort of historical events or whatever, and that's just kind of like.
Will there be underwater creatures? We're kind of straying away from.
Hey,
combat.
Leon, are we doing underwater combat?
Hey,
No,
Leon.
Anna, please don't ask him that.
I mean, he's not in the voice chat, so.
He's in our Twitch chat though. You know what he'll do. Yeah, see?
I mean,
See?
Oh
This is-
god.
he can scream all he wants. Are we having underwater combat?
No, because it's impossible. Will Cascadia be covered in fog like Far Harbor? I think we're using some of the weathers from Far Harbor, but we're like not gonna have. It depends, because like in some areas we're going to have more like different weathers, like real life, you know. Will there be mutated termites? I don't think so. Like, as far as I know, we don't have them.
Let's see. What's another question that I just saw?
Well, from the YouTube chat, a question we can answer: will there be super mutants in Death Claws? Yes, there will be super mutants, but they're pretty much all like named characters in the sense that they have dialogue and stuff, which part of what was important to us when like thinking about how to put in super mutants is that A, super mutants aren't being actively produced anywhere on the West Coast, and B, any of them
Not
that would
anymore,
come have
since Fallout
yeah.
2.
Any of them would have to like come up from California in the first place, so it would make sense to have that many. So it kind of like boiled down to well, do we want to just have generic, like, kind of cannibalistic orcs, or do we want to have some interesting characters? And so we decided to have some interesting characters. As for Deathclaws, yeah, there'll be Deathclaws. It's kind of assumed that Deathclaws will be anywhere in the Fallout universe.
Deathclaws, Orclaws, stuff like that.
Yeah. They're like...
Orclaws maybe more or less, near the coast, and they're kind of going to be higher leveled enemies. At least that's what we're planning, as far as I know. So
yeah. What you guys added? Mutated wasps / bees?
Stingwings!
Well, yeah, those are already in the game.
Yeah.
We don't need to. There already are wasps.
That's actually my my favorite Cards Against Humanity card is the one that's bees? Question mark. I like that one. I like a really cool hat. I like that one too. And soup that is too hot is another good one.
Nice. Yeah, all like the pretty like innocent ones.
They're
Cards
not.
Against Humanity are the best. Well, bees. It's like bees.
Maybe.
Bees.
Hey, Anna.
Yeah.
What time's that meeting tomorrow? You said 11 Pacific?
11 Pacific. Yes.
So for us mountain timers, that's noon, right?
I'm in Central and it's 1. So yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
a-
be there.
it's a-
I'll be there as well because I've got some stuff that I want to bring up as well.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be a table read, but I guess it's going to be more of a meeting.
Well, I think it's table read again, isn't it? Or is it a meeting?
It was supposed to be, but then people are like, "Oh, we got stuff to talk about," so we might actually.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we do. We do have stuff like kind of pretty important stuff too.
Okay,
So
Got it.
unofficial meeting.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I'll be there.
Y'all can either postpone the table read by like an hour or so. I mean, it's up to you
Are
guys. Or
we-
if you just want to have everyone in there and then me and Nika try and come up with some of the issues by ourselves.
Are we gonna have local monster lore?
Local monster.
Yes,
I mean,
we do have
yeah,
some.
I guess. Yeah.
We have some.
I mean, I'm not like. Yeah, I have no idea, but I also I
When
don't.
is the release? Will you be presenting?
23-29.
Wait,
Yes.
he says no. He says when this releases, will you be presenting it at an event of some kind?
I'd like to.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, we
probably
all live
not,
on-
but that'd be cool.
yeah. We like live on different parts of the world.
The world,
So,
the entire
getting
world.
together for an event would be kind of like
It's not a dolphin. It's a whale.
it's a whale, dude.
It's a whale. It's a killer whale.
Yeah.
Not a dolphin.
And no, they didn't like crossbreed with Deathclaws. There's a better definite explanation for it.
There is lore, so don't you worry.
Or well, some guys were suggesting giant bumblebees. I don't know. That could be interesting, I guess. Depends.
Yes, I will just inflate a stingwing. And there we go.
Oh, stingwings aren't bees. They're like
What?
wasps, dragonfly things.
I got wasp as a bee. Oh.
No,
Well,
no, the bees, wasps are wasps, dude.
I will.
That's what
I
it's
will.
called.
Wasps are wasps.
I will take a bloat fly and I will paint stripes on it, yellow and black stripes, and there we go. Does that
Yep.
work for you guys?
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Confirmed. Will there be will the NCR heavy troopers? I don't think. Well, I honestly I have no idea because I mean, the whole issue is that like with the way 4's power armor works versus how power armor worked in you know, like New Vegas is that you would have to like I don't know, you could not put a fusion core in the frame, I guess, and then it would be like salvage power armor. But it's kind of a way different thing. And will there be a lot of vaults? There will be vaults. I don't know how
Yeah.
many number there will be. Yeah, we'll have a good number of them. But keep in mind that it's kind of like you can only tell so many like sort of vault stories, I guess. So not having like a few and working on them to make sure they're good is better than having like here's 20 vaults and half of them are just a bad thing happened and everyone died. And
Yeah, because you have to come up with the experiment behind the vault, and
yeah,
and of course
Yeah,
then the experiment has to be creative, and you have to come up failed or something like that.
and you don't want to like copy a vault from a previous game accidentally.
Yeah, and there are so many like canonical vaults that are only mentioned in like holotapes from like Fallout 2 or something. So you have to go
or
check
like
and see what's already been made, and that's like difficult. But we do have some that are unique. Some that are very, very fun. I think you guys
yeah.
could be good.
I mean, but yeah, the whole thing about the salvage power armor thing is like also, even if the NCR had like power armor, it's kind of I wouldn't necessarily make sense for them to send it up to what's not really a front line for them so much as just a place to wait
Like
around.
an outpost, basically, essentially. Because yeah, as we said earlier in the stream, it is a like powder keg essentially. So they're like, oh, we're just gonna chill over here, keep an eye on this, and
Yeah.
yeah. The other thing is, with power armor is you have to keep charging it. That was the other thing that we had encountered was it's unrealistic that they would have the ability to keep it charged at such a remote location,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Will there be the issue is like, so will there be power armor that isn't using frames? Well, the thing is, power armor is weighted to a different skeleton, so like, well, hypothetically, you could just, oh, look, it's been refit to the basic person model, then it's smaller, and it doesn't make sense. So it's kind of like, it's...
Power armor is
I mean,
100% redesigned, so sticking it on a person would not make any sense because it would be too heavy.
Yeah.
It would be way too heavy for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the whole thing. And also it's that, like, the end result of, oh, look, it's salvage power armor isn't necessarily worth the effort to get into it.
We are having fusion cores. We are.
Yeah.
It's just how it makes sense in the lore. Like, you have to have those.
Yeah. Plus, it's a good limiting factor. So you can't just, like, get great power armor and then there you go. You're set for the rest of the game.
If you really hate having to get fusion cores, you can spawn 999 of them with console commands, and there you go.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. There you go.
Also, for power armor, we're kind of like, we're doing some stuff, I guess, to make it better, and then also some stuff to, like, make it more rare and all that, so it's way less ubiquitous than it was in 4. Because while it made sense for 4 to have it, because it was, like, showing off a new system, we're not really doing the same thing.
No legendary weapon, the same capacity, so there will not be mutating enemies or any of that dumb legendary freezing fat man stuff. So no, it makes no sense. No.
Well, we might have like some unique in quotation mark guns that are just vendors or whatever.
Yeah. So like New Vegas. Yeah, think New Vegas.
Yeah.
You want to think?
Yeah. And so we might reuse legendary effects for some of those, but only the ones that would make sense. Like, we can make it like the one that like reloads faster or whatever. That can kind of make some sense, but not the whole like, here's some plasma infused bullets or whatever. Even if that was cool, it just doesn't make sense.
The plasma infused bullets make more sense than the freezing fat man.
That is true. Also, freezing fat man is useless because it's just plus 10 cryo damage to explosive damage. So it's like, what's the point of it? Which also, that's sort of like the other thing is that if we have like legendaries, even if it's just like, here's a gun with a different texture and a legendary effect that makes sense, that way we can avoid it like A, being useless, and B, making no sense whatsoever. Will there be unique armors? Yeah. We'll have unique outfits. The issue with unique armors is that for like, I guess we could have like, oh look, it's a repainted piece of armor with a effect on it, but then you either have a set or you don't have a set, and it looks really out of place. So it's a lot harder to deal with than it was in New Vegas and Fallout 3, where you could just like throw an outfit together.
There might, I would assume there would be unique armors. I think so.
Yeah.
There are going to be some outfits and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, outfits and potentially like armor. But
there won't be any. There won't be any silly weapon mods or weapon versions that don't make sense, like in Fallout 4, like the freezing fat man or whatever other crazy ones that it randomized.
Explosive miniguns, which were great, but
we're not doing that.
Yeah. So the reason the Ints are not having a large presence is so you guys can focus on new factions. In part, actually.
I just say freezing fat man because that was the weirdest one I've ever gotten. I looked at it and I'm like, wait a second, that's not how that works.
Yeah, to answer this guy's question, the answer, like, part of the reason why we're not focusing on them is so we can, put a spotlight on our factions. But it's also kind of like, we don't want to make New Vegas 2, not in the sense we don't want to have a good game, but in the sense that we want it to be sort of a unique story on its own. So it's kind of like having the NCR be back in any large presence would kind of trend towards that regardless of anything else we did. So it's sort of, we want to make sure it feels like its own thing and not like, hey, remember that part of Fallout 2, or hey, remember that part of New Vegas, or hey, you remember that part of this other game. So, yeah.
Yes, a healing fat man, because that is what that does. Yeah.
I actually think the medic effect was like cut from the game or something. So just
nuclear fission totally heals people for sure.
Yeah. Though, like, say for instance, like if it's a never-ending like laser gun, that could potentially work. I mean, it's probably not going to be in, but like, yeah, the never-ending thing only sometimes works. With Seattle's large science and tech industry, there's going to be there'll be robots. I mean, I don't necessarily know if we have any like.
I don't think there'll be that. There'll be robots. We'll say that.
Yeah.
There will be robots.
It's not Fallout without robots.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I've been writing some like cool stuff for like robot characters and things, but it's like
the freezing fat man is nuclear winter.
But cyber dogs, I don't know. Maybe we'll be cyber dogs.
Yes, this is a small NCR airbase.
Will there any primitive tribes? We're considering having like a group based off the natives of Seattle, but we have a writer who's actually Native American, or at least I think he has some Native American ancestry, and I would probably be able to answer this better. But we want to make sure it's not like honest hearts where it's like, oh, look at these tribals, they're so uncivilized. Oh, like, we want it to be sort of not like, I guess, we want it to like be respectful of the native tribes, but also like interesting. So we especially want to avoid the whole thing of Fallout 2 had, where it's like, here's a guy with a nose in his bone, he's a tribal, see, when it's just kind of weird.
Will the recharger rifle come back? Maybe it will.
Yeah, it depends if we feel like it has an issue. Will there be androids? No. Mostly because we just don't want to like canonize the ending of Fallout 4 either, and also because synth through the whole focus of Fallout 4, so it doesn't make sense to focus on them again in like any aspect. Like, you want to give them a rest as a concept, I guess. Well, robot waifus, I don't know. We'll see. There's at least like one robot husbando, I guess, depending on your definition of the term. But yeah, no, Fisto won't come back. We have other robots for that kind of thing. But we're not bringing Fisto back. Here's a fun fact: there's a glitch where Caesar's Legion can be mentioned or make a minor appearance. There will be a mention of them. I'll say that much. There's like a couple of mentions of them, but they're not going to return. And part of that is explained in game. Why, like, oh, but what about the Legion? Because we have some stuff written for that too. But
they did not necessarily lose the Battle of the Dam either. Either ending can work. If the Legion won, cool, Cascadia still works. If the NCR won,
Yeah.
great, Cascadia still works, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't matter.
Even if the fucking
Even
Susans
if-
Legion
yeah.
won at the dam, the NCR is not going away. I'm just saying that much.
Yeah.
Even if Mr. House or Independent Ending
Mhm.
won, it still works, right? It doesn't matter who wins.
Will turn others be in the game? No. Partially, well, because like Seattle's hundreds of miles away from that, and also, to me at least, the tunnelers felt like a really dumb plot device. Just because it's like, oh no, they're gonna destroy society and be terrible, and it's like they're just reused spore carriers with a different like model and some broken stats.
And yes, we do have a faction reputation system.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, there will be faction system. Yeah.
Which is like definitely like the reputation system is one of the things that New Vegas well, I guess actually reputation was in like the original Fallout, so it kind of just brought it back. But yeah, we're having reputation because it's an interesting way to measure things, and it's way better than karma for it. Because the issue with karma is that you either make it the main focus like you did in Fallout 3, or you just let it be entirely useless like you did in New Vegas. Because karma and a faction reputation system can't really persist in the same way, because it's like, but if you want to portray like a faction is good, then it's stealing from them. But if that faction's like bad, you're still stealing from them. So it's like you're still.
Yep.
We're actually the perk system F4NP is using is from us.
That's actually we actually initiated that system. So yeah, of course it will be in ours. Yep.
Same for the dialogue system.
Yep.
It's
So what else? Oh, we're using faction reputation in place of karma because karma, it doesn't make sense for there to be a universal good and bad. Is what we've come to the conclusion of. And Fallout 4 does this as well. There is no universal good or bad. It all depends on what each individual faction thinks of you, because each individual faction has their own beliefs and values about how the world should be and stuff. So that is what we would go with. We don't go for karma because it's not realistic.
Yeah, it's plus it's like it's hard to figure out.
I don't know. That is yet to be determined. Maybe they'll send hit squads. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The whole issue with that with New Vegas was that they'd keep sending hit squads even after you killed each hit squad. Like, so it's like, why are you just sending these people to their death from a seemingly endless reservoir of people? We probably won't have the Cyberdog gun from Old World Blues just because it's. I mean, personally, I never found that weapon interesting or useful.
No, we won't have that.
It's a lot of work to pre-make something that.
Yeah, it takes like all of those cool suggestions are great, but these things take hours upon hours to construct, and we have to prioritize things. We can't just be making every cool idea that comes along.
And that would be like it'd be nice if we could, but we have stuff we need to focus on, and then like after we're done with that, then it's like, well, maybe. Then
maybe we can get to other stuff, but we don't want to come out forever from now. We want to release at some point, right?
Yeah. So we want to show off our work.
Will the Tesla cannon make a return? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
We have something sort of like it that is going to show off, but it's not exactly the same.
We're trying to do a fair amount of unique stuff as well as like some new stuff. Rather than just having all returning stuff, we're definitely trying to do some of our own unique stuff.
Because I mean, it's like nice to have like some like a sense of nostalgia isn't a bad thing, but we just don't want to like have it all be nostalgia, because then it's not really a unique thing. Will the robot NPCs use basically robots? They're gonna have the automatron style robots. That depends, because the issue with implementing automatron is then we have to like. It's a whole thing. We're using assets from it, sure, but there's a lot to it, and plus then for like companions, it's kind of like, well, if they build a companion, what do we do then? Because also like all the robot quotes only relate to the Commonwealth, so we'd have to radio those. or we'd have to just like leave only like the beeps and bops. Pulse rifle, I don't know, maybe. It depends if we think it's worth making a early view gun.
Like, that stuff is gonna be decided later. We have like a lot of stuff to prioritize besides that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like adding in weapons is probably like one of the last things we're gonna have to really worry about, because there's not really sense in worrying a ton about what guns we have until we have, you know, a way to like test them in game and figure out balance and stuff, and figure out what niches we don't have filled.
Yes, skills are returning. Yep.
Yeah.
Skills and all that stuff is returning. So
no workshops. Well, so what we're doing with the settlement system is we're basically just stripping it down to building player housing. So like there will be some houses you can buy, and then like some locations out in the world where you can like build a base. But we're not interested in sort of returning to Fallout 4's like recruiting settler thing, because it just doesn't make sense. Like there's not really a large wandering population like there.
Oh yeah, come live in my crap town. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the whole thing for Fallout 4 is it's like there's not like a ton of, I don't know, it's a whole thing, but it would make also the issue with like redoing, we'd have to redo all the settler lines.
We're having voice, we have our own internal voice acting team, but we also do casting calls for the public, so anyone can audition. Well,
we have special voice actors, such as Oxhorn. I don't know if he wants to, if he's interested in that.
If they apply to the casting call, then yeah.
Yeah. Will big guns be coming back? Actually, big guns, the whole thing about that is it's like, for me, it always ended up being a reason not to use any like miniguns or whatever, because it's, why would you invest in this skill that like relies on late game weapons when you can go with the regular weapons for the rest of the game? So probably not big guns returning. Actually, so the whole thing is for skills, that's a system that we made, and I think we're sharing. No, actually, I think, well, like the framework for it we're sharing with New Big F4 and B, but like the actual stuff behind it will be different. So
yeah, and the big guns, yes, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's part of the skills. I think.
Well,
I think
guns.
Most, if not all,
big guns.
Well, the skill.
Well, I mean the skill. I think, aren't we like doing like New Vegas? We just had guns, and that was big guns and small guns. Because as far as I know, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I don't know.
He asked if big guns would come back.
Yeah, we're having miniguns and stuff.
I said, yeah. So probably, yeah. I think most, if not all, of like skills from New Vegas are coming back.
Yeah.
We can't really tell when Fallout 76 makes mod if we'll be making mods for, simply because we don't know what that's going to be like yet. There is no creation club. There is no creation kit out yet. And we don't know. We don't know if it's going to even be possible to do that. So we have to wait to find out.
If like there might be like some projects by people on the team whenever it comes out, but we're not going to like. We probably won't have a like Fallout Cascadia official thing for 76 just because we want to focus on the actual thing we're making first and foremost.
It would be different people, different stuff. It won't be the same team. Really, maybe some members of the team would go do it, but it won't be the same.
Yeah. Will the radio and Cascadia report on the news? Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of a given feature, is that you want, like, because with the whole radio thing is, part of it is showing, oh, like, look what this thing the player did.
And
yeah. It will
base voices will be used a lot of the time. But we're going to have new voice lines, but we're going to reuse what we can. Just because it doesn't make sense to re-record Raider lines, really.
Yeah, but like,
unless they sound like a super Boston-y accent, then maybe we might replace it. But other than that, no.
Yeah, like we might have to redo it. Like we're gonna be redoing the default like person dialogue, because that's pretty Fallout 4 centric. But for Raiders, it depends. Will there be any difference in dialogue based on your special? Skill check, special check, all that'll be in, which is fun.
Yes.
Silent protagonist, yes.
Yep.
Will it feel good to have? See, it's like Cascadia wouldn't exist without Fallout 4.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, it's we it's I think we're all happy to be working on the project. We think we're making a great thing, but it's kind of like at the end of the day, the only reason why we can make this mod is because Bethesda made Fallout 4 first, and like all of that. So like yeah, it'll be good, but it's not like we hate Fallout 4 or like we hate Bethesda for what they've done, and this is our revenge. We're all here because we like the Fallout franchise, and we're interested in sort of putting our ideas about it and sort of what we want to do with it out there. There won't be low intelligence dialogue just because it's kind of like, A, it's sort of a lame joke, and B, you can't have it for every conversation because that's a lot more voice work than you'd need. So it's because like the way New Vegas had it, it was for a few conversations. So clearly they started the game with the intention to have it, but ended up not really having it, and so it's kind of, we just don't want to bother with it, honestly, because it's not like, but why is my character speaking so dumbly in this like dialogue, but speaking fine in this other dialogue? Plus, then you can have like weird stuff where it's like you got 100 science but 1 intelligence, and yeah.
So some of the stuff like the NCR tents, they're not necessarily done, and to convert them over to settlement objects now is not something we're just going to prioritize to make a mod. Maybe one day, but we're not going to do it just to do it. Our ultimate goal is not to make mods. It's to make Cascadia, although we will release a few things here and there, perhaps. It really depends on... I don't think the core team is really going to release them as much as like the individual people who make stuff. Like if someone makes an outfit and they also decide to release it on the Nexus, great. But we're not going to try to just make mods because that takes time that we could be spending on the core game. So that's what our goal is. Yeah, that's really all it is. No, our goal is to make Cascadia, not a bunch of miscellaneous mods that are from Cascadia.
Yeah, I mean, especially for like me, as someone who's on the writing team, it's kind of like we want to, I don't know, we just want to get the main thing out there because we think you'll all really enjoy it. Will the are the choices of quests going to lead to different outcomes? Yeah, like one thing we've definitely been prioritizing on the writing team is making sure the quests have choices to them, that they're like varied, because the nice thing about not having a voice protagonist is you're not recording twice the number of lines you usually would need to, so you can afford to have a lot more choice in like how things go down and stuff. And plus the thing about like the nice thing about side quests especially is that it's a good way to sort of like show a player's impact on the world, so it feels like you're actually doing stuff and you're not just, oh, a quest is done, but nothing has actually changed. It's kind of like, because like in New Vegas, for instance, after you finish the Brotherhood quest line, if you don't complete it for like the anti-isolationist guy, the Brotherhood supposedly like becomes more like public, but you never really see that in game. So that's like the kind of thing we want to avoid, where we want your choices to be actually represented. How about alcohol that actually causes you to become drunk? The thing is, like, that's a lot of work just in general, and it's not really worth it because pretty much all I end up using alcohol for in Fallout games is just like boosting strength up by 10, by 1 per.
Yeah, you need animations, you need effects, you need scripts. It's a lot of work than it sounds like. It's a lot more work than it sounds like, so it's not really worth it.
Will there be subtitles? Yeah, actually, I mean, something about subtitles is literally just like pretty much it's more like they're not just from the script for that scene. So yeah, we will have subtitles. I think
subtitles are like default thing. Yeah, they're default.
Translations, that's a separate issue because it's like you have to you want someone who natively speaks that language to do them, so it's not like a weird Google Translate thing.
Translations will be up to the community to do. They're not really. I don't think they're gonna really be like supported by us.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Will there be stuff like the 10 penny?
Work, so.
Yeah. So if someone's asking like, will there be like choices like with the 10 penny tower quest, or like if you help the ghouls, like it ends up everyone in the tower dies? It depends, because like think about the 10 penny tower thing. Well, it's like wow, it's like it's okay. That was a stupid way to say it, but like where it's like your choice kind of leads to a negative outcome despite your best intentions. That depends, because you don't want to like do it too often, so that the player's like, but what if I don't make this good choice? Because then something bad will definitely happen. But there'll be like some choices where it like sort of has a different outcome than what you'd expect. Definitely.
I don't think we're having any issues with landscape generation in LOD. I think we're getting along just fine, but I personally don't do that, so I don't know. I haven't seen any issues, so.
Yeah. If you join a faction, will there be benefits? Yeah, obviously. I mean, the first will be probably that they like let you walk around their territory and stuff.
I don't know if there are any F4NB teams here, but
yeah, I don't think there are.
maybe.
Yeah, if there are, that'd be cool, but you know, I don't think there are.
If you join a faction in Cascadia, will you get benefits for joining certain factions? I think so, to a degree.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there might be like special benefits, but that's sort of like that is like such a, I don't know, I guess not necessarily unimportant, but not important right now thing, because that stuff only matters when you get into actually like play testing the game and stuff, which obviously we're not really at a point to do yet. So like what you want to worry about, like what we're worried about more right now is actual like story stuff, unless like here's a random NPC you can talk to stuff on the writing team at least. So it's kind of like
we're getting the core game set in place, and then after that we can add cool little extra stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
because once it's all there, you can like test and like figure out like what's balanced, what's not balanced, etc. And the one real benefit of it being a community, other than being like a fan project, is we have like all the time in the world to do that. Like obviously what we want to release, but we have time to figure out balancing beyond just like here's the deadline, have everything balanced by now. So.
And like balancing can always be changed in bug fixes, which is kind of nice. So even if it's not 100% perfectly balanced on release, it will eventually be, or close, as close as you want to call perfect.
And Fallout New Vegas. Salvage power armor. We went over this earlier. Probably not, just because it's like the NCR would not have power armor in their positioning count, because I don't really have a good source of fusion cores there and stuff. But also it's like the whole salvage armor thing is just kind of like it just doesn't work. And you mentioned effects, but
I think we already have all the factions.
So well, we have like minor factions. Well, minor factions can come and change, but as a general thing, we're probably not going to accept any from the community in terms of like minor factions, just because when we're writing, it's like even if we just like it's just like a general concept, it'll likely change a lot from whatever it was. And also we don't want to like shackle it to an X and X community member suggested this, because then
and a lot of the
weird
writers
situation.
a lot of pretty much all of the writers have their own ideas, and they're the ones actually writing the content. So it's kind of up to them what ideas go in, because they're the ones writing it, right? Ideas are cool, but all of the writers have their own ideas, right? They don't need them really. They're nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, especially like for me, it's kind of like, because I am on the writing team, it's like sometimes an idea might be cool, but when you're the person who has to write out the dialogue for it, has to write out like what their position in the world is and stuff, it's
you are
different.
You have the creative freedom, right?
You
have the ability, because if you don't have creative freedom, you're just kind of writing someone else's idea.
Yeah, which is never good.
That's something you don't really want to do. How big will the map be? The map is about 2 times bigger than the Commonwealth. Fallout 4.
Yeah. With the ocean section filled in with land,
and
as opposed to just being ocean.
There's actually less ocean as well, less water. So.
Yeah. And so when you mentioned effects players have on the environment, does this play out by like taking an enemy bases from other factions in New Vegas? That might happen, yeah. But like what the player will affect in the world depends. Like sometimes it'll just be like, this vendor is selling this now, or this vendor is doing that now, and sometimes it might be like, this town is now like this and a lot of things have changed. So the impact will vary, but we want to make sure it's a good balance and it's not just like the game saying something happens and then it never does, because that sort of, to me at least, is like kind of a cop out. Will the Anchorage campaign be mentioned? Yeah. Yeah, well, like I think we have like a war memorial or two for it, and so obviously it'll be mentioned some. But
So I just posted a map size chart or picture, I guess, image into both the YouTube and Twitch chats. The black area is our map size, and it's over the Commonwealth map is on top of it. So the blacked out area is the size of our map.
The green actual uses for the oceans? I mean, we're not going to have travelable boats if that's what you're asking.
We will try to support it with bug fixes and possible additional content afterwards. So yeah, we'll at the very least we'll have bug fixes, but anything above that is, you know, a maybe. Yeah,
but it's kind of like, it depends on how many people are like, because people are going to want to break after we're like done. In all honesty, like we'll do bug fixes, but people want to like just time to relax.
And a lot of people will be actually getting jobs and stuff in the industry, possibly after. So we're having other things to do.
Yeah, that's kind of our hope. Like for a lot of businesses, that this is good portfolio work, because it is. But
how do you handle out of bound areas by making it's essentially the same as Fallout 4?
Yeah.
You cannot go that way. Yeah, it kind of has to be that way. We're not going to build a giant force field around the map, you know. There'll be some invisible barrier that says you cannot go that way. Just because that's probably the best way to handle it.
What outfits were in the stream? Those are some, like, the, like, clothes were for the Red Leafs, specifically some of, like, the leaders for the Red Leafs, and the Knight armor was for, we can talk about Ren Fair, right?
Yeah.
Like, at least it's for this.
That it exists, yeah.
Yeah, it's for this kind of, like, pseudo-medieval, but also, like, not really medieval, because it's based off a Renaissance fair faction, and they're pretty cool. Will there be quests to go retrieve something underwater vault or something?
Not making it by fog.
But also, like, we're the issue with underwater content is that, like, swimming and all that, it's just not really worth the trouble to make underwater stuff. Will Zayton aliens have a role? Just for Wild Wasteland, there will be like a thing for it, but otherwise, no. Because the issue is when, like, there's, to a certain extent, you can have like kind of silly stuff, but when you have too like out there stuff, it takes away from the main like sort of points the game is trying to make. So we don't want to like get too out there.
Anything to relate to Zetans will probably be Wild Wasteland. Similar to other stuff, but no, I don't think so. Since we're bringing back Wild Wasteland, that's what it will be instead of Fallout 4. They just had it to have it because they didn't have Wild Wasteland. So not a major role, I don't think.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like a factory or something.
No,
that'd be kind of ridiculous. Yeah, this place is looking like great, by the way.
No, actually, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe some death claws were harmed. It might have.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean, sometimes they just get hurt. That's how the life of the death claw be.
I mean, hey, they bring it on themselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Will we see Chinese remnant ghouls? Probably not. I don't think we have any plans for them.
Does that howitzer work? Theoretically, yeah. Looks like it works.
Yeah, we probably won't have it like shoot at anything because
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but it comes down to like how much work it would take to animate it.
If it's involved in some kind of like
quest,
then if it's involved in a quest, then we will. But if it's not, no real point.
Then, yeah. pretty much you only want to do the work that you have to do,
Yeah.
so you can like get all the work done that you have to do.
Yep. And once all that's done, then you do the fun extra work. That
Yeah.
You just kind of want to have there.
Like the one advantage of being on the writing team, I guess, is that we can just kind of keep writing. Like I don't know. It's a whole different workflow than the other team. So whereas once we just have like things edited and uploaded, or we just kind of can go from there. Will the map be broken up into easier, harder, and woefully difficult areas like what New Vegas did? You guys there along the story path, or will it be all accessible from the get-go like Fallout 4? Kind of a mix, I would say, because of the way our map is structured. But like we won't have, oh, here's a way to go north, but it's full of cazadors and then deathclaws, because that is kind of a lame way to like force the player to keep going. But there's sort of the main quest does take you on kind of a path around the map, as opposed to how like Forest is just kind of you go everywhere. The NCR asked for a nuclear winter. No, because the north, like the northwest, the Pacific Northwest, is actually kind of cold.
I'll ask for a nuclear dry season. Nuclear drought.
Yeah. Well, those Howards actually fire similar to like the boomers in New Vegas. No, probably not. I don't think you're gonna attack this like NCR outpost by boat at any point in the story. Does the landscape team make things based off what the writing team comes up with, or vice versa? It depends. Like, it depends.
Because sometimes, yeah, you need to. Yeah. I mean, it happens both ways. It depends on what's done first. If the writing is done first, then the landscape will be made. If the landscape's done first, then the writing will be made for that area. So yeah, pretty much.
Will there be will there be side quests? Yeah, obviously. You can't make a good game and have it only be main quest, just because at that point you're basically just making a linear shooter.
Yep.
Will it come? Yeah, like I said, PC only.
It depends on quite a few limitations, but the major ones are F4SC, the script extender, does not work on console whatsoever. And it's way too big, it's full game size, so it will not fit on the console not allowance.
Yep.
So yep, PC only.
And then we're not gonna like reach out to Bethesda to like try and get it published on console or something.
So you can feel free to apply as a writer, but right now I don't think we're looking for any.
We're not looking for writers.
Yeah. So
like, I don't think
in
we're
the
going
future, in the future, if a position ever opens up, if you apply to our Gmail, we'll at least have you as a contact. So if any position does open up, we could, feel free to apply with a writing portfolio or resume or whatever you got.
Also, so I think Rymic's like ready to be done. They were.
How do I know?
Live stream text. He's talking a little bit in there.
Well, if he's ready to be done, we can end stream, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, he's ready. Okay. Yeah, we can sign off whenever you want, Rabbit.
All right. Yep.
I get the type.
All right. Yeah, because that.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the stream.
Yep.
Probably going to end it off now.
Yep. I don't think we have anyone stepping in.
If you have anything else, feel free to go to our community Discord server.
Ask it there.
And ask it there. We have a Discord server that's very active. A lot of people are on there, so feel free to stop by. If you don't know where to find it, it's in the description of the Twitch and the YouTube, I believe. So we will all see you guys later.
Yep. Bye.